What is the difference between functional and non-functional testing? So whenever you work on the software, somebody is working on the software and the requirements are there, the use cases are there, those need to be fulfilled. So that use cases, requirement, are they fulfilled or not, executing them is the functional testing. That is, and for example, those which are not being specifically said, but it should be there. For example, 10 GB file transfer you're doing, and the functional testing, oh, the file transfer is taking place. But non-functional testing this is taking a lot more time than we would have expected. This is non-functional testing. So in functional testing, there are various kinds of testing: unit testing, integration testing, user acceptance testing, all these are there. In non-functional, we use the load, usability, scalability. We'll talk about stress also in the later discussions. I'll come to one by one comparison. Before that, functional testing is dealing with the functional aspect of your application. So this test that the system is behaving as per the SRS, software required specification, and these are directly linked with the customer requirement, because there you will have the use cases. We validate the test case against the specific requirement and make the test result to pass or fail according to the user requirement, which is there in the SRS or the specification or the requirement. So regression, integration, system smoke we do here. In the non-functional, the tests are non-functional. It does not focus on the requirement, but the environmental factor and the perceivable factor like the performance, load and stress. Sometimes they are not explicitly specified in the requirement, but they are prescribed in the quality standard. So a QA, in this quality assurance, we have to make sure that the priority and sufficient time has been given to all these non-functional testing, because non-functional requirements are generally not that much you will find in SRS. So now let us see the functional and non-functional one by one. Okay, the first thing is functional. It is checking the operation and action, what you are going to do as with respect to the user requirement. Okay, file opening is there. Oh, it is there, but how much time the file opening is taking, that is non-functional. So functional is totally based on the business requirement. Non-functional is based on user or customer expectations, not requirement, expectation. Okay, the functional, here we are testing or checking the actual versus expected results that you also see in the test cases and test planning. Non-functional, the response, the speed and these kind of other requirements, non-functional. Functional, normally we do manual. Non-functional, normally we automate it. Functional, test the functionality. Non-functional, test how the functionality is performed. How good, how bad, better, moderate. This is the non-functional way of testing. Okay, testing the functionality is functional. How it is performing is non-functional. So eventually we come to functional defines what to test, and non-functional defines how to test.